Hey guys! It's me, it's Zach. Welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to see you all. It's cute. It's been a minute since I have been on YouTube, so my apologies to y'all. You know, I don't personally celebrate Christmas or any religious holiday, but I have a lot of people in my family and a lot of my friends and folks who do, and I do enjoy spending time with my family and celebrating things that are important to them. I think that that is a great thing that you can do for people that you care about, and I enjoyed spending time with them the past couple of weeks. So yeah, I had a lot of downtime that I spent with good old Judy Lou Who. I had some downtime that I spent with my boyfriend, and I even made a trip to my hometown to see my family. And yeah, so now here we are. It's cute, it's a moment, and I'm here, I'm back. You know, so much has happened since I left, since I last saw y'all. I've hit 20,000 subscribers. Who is she? What is she? How did this happen? You know, at the beginning of 2018, I was barely a blip on the YouTube radar, and now here we are. I don't know how it happened, but I thank you all so much. And because of that, I wanted to get one more video in before we are done for 2018. So hopefully I get this filmed and edited before I go do all my New Year's Eve festivities tonight. You know, I don't know what this is gonna look like, but we're gonna try to do it. Another thing that has happened is Amberlynn has posted lots of videos, and I have not watched almost any of them. I watched the video most recently about like her addressing rumors about if she broke up with Becky or whatever, whoever. I don't know. It was a very uninteresting video outside of the fact that she like drove all the way to Lexington, Kentucky once again to get Cheesecake Factory. But you know, girl, this is your weight gain journey, not mine. So you do you, boo. You do you. But I thought what could be fun is to do a little reaction video to her doctor's diagnosis video. I had a few people message me, ask me if I could do something related to that, so I'm gonna see what I can do for y'all, okay? Does that sound cute? Also, just really quick, I got a new camera, so hopefully this quality looks better. I also got some lighting, but I'm not gonna lie, it's very complicated. I don't quite understand how to get it set up, so I'm gonna wait until my boyfriend can come over and help me set that up, and hopefully we'll get some cute new looks going here. Now that I have, like, I can see what I'm filming as I'm talking to you all, I can see that maybe, like, right over here, there's some, like, nonsense garbage. Part of that's because it's my shoe rack. The other part is because I just got done traveling and spending time with my boyfriend, and I kind of just came home and set it all down. So try not to be distracted by like the nonsense happening behind me, you know? It's one video. I just really felt like I needed to get this done for you for New Year's Eve before we, you know, got too far into things and whatnot. Wow. It's clear that I have been out of the game for a while because I don't know that I'm making any sense, but let's jump into this video. So, the new video that I'm gonna be reacting to today is called Doctor's Appointment Diagnosed. So I think the last time we left homegirl, she had like said that she couldn't get to her doctor's appointment because something, she couldn't get a ride, even though she has a girlfriend who is unemployed and basically exists to give her rides places. So you all know that that was some like questionable behavior. Like, I don't know who was buying that story, but apparently maybe she's getting ready to go to the doctor and she is now diagnosed, or at least that's what the clickbait title says. As you all know, sometimes that has nothing to even do with what the video's about, you know? So let's jump into it, shall we?
Hey guys, so today is Friday the 21st of December, and I just wanted to start a vlog and let you guys know that today is actually my appointment. My appointment's in 32 minutes from now, and it's pretty close to where I live, so I didn't have to leave quite yet, but I'm probably gonna leave in, I don't know, like 10 minutes or so. But yeah, it's my appointment for my leg. As you guys know, my whole leg issue has been going on, and today is actually the first day where it's felt...
Can I just say it really quickly, like, I love how it's just like, you know, my whole leg issue, as though this leg issue isn't also the result of like her leg carrying way more weight than any human leg is supposed to be carrying, or that this leg issue isn't like prolonged from her like not seeking medical care, and also not like going to the doctor when she originally had something scheduled. And as if this whole leg issue also isn't impacted by the fact that like she rarely is mobile as it is, and like is not exercising or doing anything that could potentially, you know, like help the leg feel, I don't know, at least used. Like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I assume like being completely immobile, well, I don't know. I'm sure it probably depends on what the issue is. Of course, like, I'm sure it matters. Like, potentially it could be bad for her to walk on a leg when it's maybe broken or something. But I don't know. I'm just saying, it's more than just a leg issue, girl. That's all I'm saying is, like, I'm sure there's some other underlying, like, issues going on.
Pretty good. Like, it doesn't hurt as bad as usual, which is really crazy to me. But I think it's because I have been moving more the last few days. I've been just doing a little bit more walk.
Yo, what did I just say? like, girl, please walk. Like, just try a little bit, even if it's like doing your little walking videos that you used to do on, like, do something.
A little bit more walking than I usually do. So that makes me feel like it is a pulled muscle. I don't know. But I'm going to see the doctor. She'll be able to tell me what it is.
Then girl, if that's your thought, like, what are you doing?
Hopefully. I'm just hoping that she doesn't have any like feelings of it being a blood clot, because then I'm gonna have to get an ultrasound. And I've had ultrasounds in my legs before, or on my legs before, not in my legs, but on my legs before, and it hurts really bad because they have to press like really hard. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping I can just tell her my symptoms and she can take a look at it and do whatever she has to do and just tell me good news. That's just what I'm hoping for. So yeah, today's the appointment. I'm nervous, but I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me is, yeah, I don't want it to be a blood clot, but just the fact that nurses and doctors have to look at my leg today makes me feel uncomfortable, because if someone was to ask me like what's something that I'm like least happy about with my body, or like what I'm most self-conscious about, it would definitely be my legs. 100.
Y'all, I've said it so many times, and I don't know, like, at this point, she has to be at the center of Earth's core, because, y'all, it is rock bottom when you don't want somebody to look at an issue, a health issue with your leg, because you're so embarrassed about how your legs look. Like, girl, you are at the center. We have gone through the entire journey to the center of the Earth's core, girl. Like that movie, you know what I'm talking about? Nobody? No? I mean, I don't know that I've actually seen it, but like, you are at the center. It must be piping hot from all that molten lava, because this is your bedrock, your rock bottom. You can't go any lower, girl. Like, I always say that though, and then you always find a way.
I'm going to explain everything that happened at the doctor's today. And the last time I went to the doctor and I shared what happened, there were a lot of people who called me a liar. So just to get that out right now, there is no lying in this video. No.
Girl, first of all, we're putting these glasses on because I gotta be ready to spot the lies, and I need my full vision to do that. Although they're a little dirty, but I need to be able to see these lies, because if you gotta put a disclaimer that says there are no lies in this video, I'm not sure I believe you. I'm surely not sure I believe you.
Exaggerating. This is my true story of what happened today, and there are some things in this video that I'm not really wanting to share or wanting to admit or anything like that, but I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions if I just upload a video that says, hey, I went to the doctor, and then that was that. So I feel like it's important that I just let it all out now. So we're gonna start with the fact that when I got into the doctor's office, there was nowhere for me to sit because my ass is too big to fit in the chairs.
I just want to rewind a little bit to where I said that she could not go any lower than what her rock bottom already was. You can't even sit at the doctor's office, girl. You can't. So if you're about, I'm just thinking, my wheels are already churning. Like if she's about to say, if she's about to say that the doctor doesn't care, because this is my thoughts. She had to go through this whole preface about how she's not lying. So I have a feeling she's about to say that the doctor does not care about her being morbidly obese. And honestly, even if the doctor doesn't care, even if she doesn't, even if that's what you're about to tell me, girl, you can't fit in the seats at the doctor's office, girl.
So I had to walk from the car into the doctor's, which for me is already hard enough. And then every single one of the chairs had those arms on it, but they were definitely tiny, trust me. I mean, for the average person, I'm sure they're fine and dandy, but for someone like me, I wasn't able to sit down, so then I had to stand. I had to stand for about 15 minutes, and I'm not used to that. I don't stand on the regular basis. I don't stand that long on the regular basis. The longest I stand is daily in the shower. I try to take the fastest showers that you've ever known in your life because it is a struggle for me. These things are becoming a struggle and are a struggle for me because that's just how it is now.
Girl, okay, I have a lot of questions because I take, on average, about 10 to 15 minutes to shower, and that is like getting all parts of my body, right? And I mean, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, but I am significantly smaller than you, girl. And I just can't imagine getting the kind of cleanliness that needs to happen for you in less than 15 minutes. Like that, to me, seems like we already got a lie here. And that has even nothing to do with your doctor's visit. So I'm gooped already. This video is a lot, and I have a feeling I'm not gonna make it.
So then when they finally called me back, you guys know when you go to hospitals or you go to like doctors, go down this hallway, go down that one, turn that way, go down this way, go down that hallway, and then that one. It's just like you're going down all these ways, and then finally when it's time to leave, you're like lost. But I don't walk anymore. Like I have a Fitbit, I don't use it. I have legs, I rarely use them. I need to move more, obviously. And I was like breathing exactly like this. Like it was so embarrassing because the nurse who called my name while I was in the waiting room was the one who saw me first, and I couldn't catch my breath, and it was just really embarrassing. So that was the first thing that happened. And I was trying to like crack jokes. I was like, oh, sorry, I have asthma, or is it the weight that I've gained? Like, I'm so awkward. Oh my God, who jokes about stuff like that? So while I saw the nurse, she just asked, so what are you in for? And I just kept it short because that's usually what you do. I was just like, I have some calf pain. I showed her where on my leg it's been hurting. When my doctor came in and she said, so I heard you've been having some leg pain, because obviously the nurse corresponds with the doctor before, I'm seen. And she said, I'm worried it's a blood clot. And then she asked me, what are your symptoms? Talk more about it. Let me see it. Ugh. I knew she was going to look at my leg. And like I said, I was dreading that part. I knew it was going to happen. Like, let's get real. I'm there for leg pain. Of course, they're going to look at my leg.
Yeah.
She finally looked at my leg and she listened to my symptoms. She was like, this is not a blood clot. This is not a blood clot. And I was like, oh, thank God. It turns out that I am losing a lot of circulation in that leg.
I believe you.
I sit,
I believe that.
Sleep, just how I do things. And she explained the reason why when I stand or when I walk, that's why I don't feel pain anymore. Which I've explained to you guys before, that when I stand or when I walk, or when my legs are straight and not, bent in any sort of way, that's when I no longer feel pain, because my blood, the air, the oxygen, and just everything, all the human body little circulation tidbits are able to circulate easier when I'm up, legs are straight, things like that. And I was like, are you for real? That's what's wrong with me right now? So I am just so glad that
I'm confused. She's saying that when she stands up straight, she doesn't feel that pain. So why would your first inkling not be to like stand up straight more often? Like, why would you not be like, okay, well, I don't like feeling this pain, so I'm gonna try to get up and move? You thought this was a blood clot, girl? I'm sorry, what?
I don't have blood clot because, trust me, I was worried, Becky was worried, Becky's family was worried, Eric and Ricky were worried, y'all were worried. I've had so many people message me, and it's been a wild last 2 months, because that's how long it's been happening, and I'm just so glad that's not what's wrong with me. But I do have some bad news. I do have some bad news. So,
bad newses. I love multiple newses.
Let's just be grateful that I don't have a blood clot, and we're just gonna move forward and prevent blood clots at all costs. So I happened to mention to my doctor how I sleep at night. I've had a lot of people ask me if I use all these pillows, and I always say that I don't, because I really don't. I use about 3 pillows. I don't want to really admit this, because this is something that recently started. It actually started in 2018, so it has started this year. I don't lay down when I sleep. And I know that is worrisome, because everyone lays down when they sleep. This is probably one of the reasons why I didn't want to share it with you guys, because it does freak me out. It did freak me out, and I always wondered, why do I feel better sleeping sitting up? And I know a lot of people would use that against me, so it's not really something that I wanted to hey everyone, I don't lay down when I sleep. Woo woo, let's make a rap about it. Let's make a bunch of hate videos about it. Yeah, let's do some edits about it. Yeah, Amberlynn sits up when she sleeps. Woo, because y'all, there are some trolls watching me. So I talked to my doctor about that, and me and my awkward self, I was like, yeah, I sleep when I sit up, and it's probably sleep apnea, because look at me, I was just making stupid jokes. I'm just like, why do I do that when I'm nervous, and try to just be dumb? I'm just so dumb, I can't. And she was like, yeah, that is sleep apnea. She was just out in front with me.
Yeah. Why are you surprised? I feel like people have been saying you probably have sleep apnea for years. You probably should be using, I don't know if it's a CPAP machine, a BiPAP machine. I don't really know what those things are. I just know that folks in my family use them for their sleep apnea. I'm gonna guess, I don't watch you sleep, Amberlynn, but I know frequently, at least in the case of my family members, their sleep apnea does have a correlation with their weight, and they are not nearly as heavy or bad off as you. So why are you so shook and surprised that you have sleep apnea? WebMD it, girl.
That's one thing that I never wanted to be told, was that I had sleep apnea. That terrifies me. It terrifies me. Ugh, just the thought of it. Because people can die from that in their sleep, and that's the reality of it. That is currently what I'm going through. So my bad news doesn't really end there. This is when I began to cry, and I was a blubbery mess, and I was emotional, because I no longer take my antidepressants, so I now feel all my emotions, and I cry every day over at least one thing. But when I was taking Lexapro, I literally was numb to the world, so I don't know which is better, feeling nothing or feeling everything. So yeah,
How about this? How about this? As somebody who has taken antidepressant medicine, how about this? How about you have a conversation with your doctor, with a therapist, talk about how you didn't like how Lexapro made you feel, and try a different medication. I have a whole video about this. It's from very early on in my YouTube career, but you could go look it up. I have taken, during my lifetime, I think 4 different antidepressant medicines, and it takes time. It takes time to figure out what works for you. You don't have to just quit all depression medication just because the one that you were prescribed first made you feel a way that you didn't like feeling. There are other things out there that could work. It takes time, it takes patience. You have to be willing to do that work. You have to be willing to talk to a therapist. You have to be willing to be open with your doctor about that. You have to try all of those things if you want it to work, if you want it to be successful. It makes me so frustrated to hear folks talk about medicine for depression in this way when that's not how it works, it can work. You just have to try, and you have to work with the medical professionals that you're trusting to find the right thing, because the reason there's so many different kind of depression medications is because all depression medication impacts people differently. Lexapro might not work for you, but it sure as hell works for other people in this world. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist as a depression medication anymore, I'm guessing, with the way that capitalism works, right? You could still be managing your feelings if you would just do any of the things that are necessary to work on those things, but instead you just choose not to.
This is when I started crying and I started talking about weight loss and how I just keep gaining weight and I need help. Like, I was begging for help. Like, it was embarrassing, and I looked over at Becky and she was getting teary-eyed, and the doctor was just like looking at me with sympathy, and I felt ridiculous. I was so ashamed and embarrassed, and I literally said the words, "Can you help me find a weight loss surgeon? Because I want weight loss surgery and I will pay for it." She explained to me that I need insurance because it is hard to pay just like completely out of pocket. I don't know, she had like all these like terms, and I felt like it was going in one ear and out the other, because literally I was hoping she'd just be like, "All right, let's go get that weight loss surgery." No, I know that's not possible. It's a very long process, and so she thinks that I need...
What world do you think we live in where you think even with your $10,000 a month that it wouldn't be cheaper and more accessible to just pay for health insurance? Like, you can pay, you don't have to have a typical standard job to get health insurance. Yes, health insurance is messed up, but that doesn't mean that you can't go out and seek a health insurance plan. It's definitely going to be cheaper for you in the long run for you to pay a monthly thing for health insurance as opposed to like just not having it at all. I don't understand, if you're making what you're making or what you propose you're making on YouTube, why you're not just doing that. Like, you shouldn't have an excuse. You also shouldn't have to just pay out of pocket to get weight loss surgery.
Insurance, obviously. Of course I need insurance. Like, it's just, I haven't gotten it. It's just been so much easier for me to just pay out of my pocket, bam, 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 because like labs, a few $100s, ultrasounds, a few $100s, you know, typical things that I've been doing has only been a few $100s, but...
Ma'am, also how you just like casually talk about just like a few $100s, when also if you had insurance, you would probably not pay next to anything for like routine labs that you get with like a yearly physical, right? Like, health insurance usually wants you to just get those things because it makes sure that you're staying on top of your health. Like, I don't understand why you just casually think a few $100s for a routine health inquiry is normal.
And then she started explaining to me that she recently lost 60 pounds, and I was like, oh my god, amazing job, because you know me and my stupid jokes. She was talking about how her and her...
Good old me and my stupid jokes. Like, girl, what are you even trying to joke about right now? Like, you are literally talking to your doctor about how you can't get weight loss surgery because you don't have health insurance. And you're talking in this video about how, like, you would probably be screwed if you actually did have a blood clot and needed surgery. Like, why are you making jokes right now?
Her, co-workers and employees, like in the office where she works. In January, they were starting like a weight loss thing, just like within the office. And she was like, I want to invite you to join us. And every single month, you don't even have to pay. You come in every single month, we can weigh you and you can be a part of this. And I was like, just her thinking of me and literally telling me, I want you to be part of the weight loss journey and competition within my office.
Girl, when was the last time any kind of weight loss competition worked for you? Should we rewind to January 2018, a year ago, when you and Becky had a weight loss challenge that went nowhere? You've gained 80 pounds since then. Like, I think it's great and it works for some people, but this is clearly not something that's motivating to you.
So much to me. I think she just noticed I need the support and I need, you know, the push and the kick, you know, for help. And that just meant so much to me. And something she said to me kind of stuck with me because I was bawling my eyes out, and she was just like, you're healthy. Like, she had my charts in her hand. She was like, you're healthy. But you
No,
are.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Somebody is not healthy, girl, if you don't have a place to sit, if you don't have circulation to your legs because of the weight that you're carrying, if you have sleep apnea, that is not healthy. That is not healthy. You might be healthy when it comes to whatever is in those labs, but there's clearly health issues here, right? Like, sleep apnea is a health issue. So if you are just counting on her saying the words "you're healthy" and then pointing at some labs on a piece of paper and totally ignoring all of the other things that you have already established as an issue, like your sleep apnea, your lack of being able to stand in a doctor's office or in the shower, your lack of being able to sit at the doctor's office, having to sleep upright. Like, girl, this isn't hate. This is a wake-up call, girl. This is a wake-up call. Ma'am, you are not healthy. You might have the right numbers on a piece of paper somewhere, but if you have sleep apnea, that is not healthy. I would say that to my family members who have sleep apnea, who I would love to see them get into full healthy mode, right? Like, this is not because I hate you, this is not because I dislike you, but if you believe that you are 100% healthy after she just told you you have sleep apnea and you have a lack of circulation to your legs, you are doing the most mental gymnastics right now, girl, just to hear what you want to hear.
But we can fix that. And in that moment, I was just like, it was crazy to me because she made me realize, like, this is reversible. And before anything crazy happens to me, we need to reverse this. We need to fix this. And I feel like I am one of the lucky ones because there are people my size, people smaller than me, people who are at a healthy weight, who are unhealthy and who have horrible problems. And I'm just like grateful that my body is trying to fight as hard as possible. So this is another bad news, which with the sleep apnea and then what I'm about to tell you guys probably doesn't seem like I'm healthy, but it could be worse. That is something that everyone should focus on. They should always be grateful for the health that they do have. But I've always had a little bit of an elevated high blood pressure. It's never been super high. That's something I've never experienced besides when I was on a weight loss pill called phentermine. That's the only time my blood pressure has been stroke level. But I've always had elevated blood pressure. And again today, it was elevated. And I got my blood pressure.
I unsubscribe. Your doctor's full of it, or you're just hearing what you want to hear, because you can't say that you're healthy if you have high blood pressure, girl. Like, no, that's not how any of this works, ma'am. It surely isn't. You are not healthy if you have sleep apnea, high blood pressure, poor circulation. No, absolutely not.
Pressure taken today while after I was done walking, while I was huffing and puffing, and it was elevated. So I guess I can't really say that that's technically bad news because it's always been like that. It's always been just.
Then you ain't always been healthy, girl.
Every time I've gone to like a doctor or I've gone to the ER or just whatever reason I've gotten my blood pressure taken, I've never been diagnosed with medicine. They've always told me, you know, it's fine. And today I was diagnosed a high blood pressure medicine, which for me...
First of all, you're looking for the word prescribed. You were prescribed a blood pressure medication. You were not diagnosed a blood pressure medication, girl.
It was pretty eye-opening. It just made me realize...
You're also not healthy.
This doctor is there for me. My blood pressure wasn't any higher than it normally has been, just that, like, just a little elevated.
Girl, keep doing these gymnastics to make yourself sleep at night.
That makes me feel happy because I don't feel like just another client. Oh, and about the weight loss thing, I forgot to mention. She said that it's going to be a low carb. She wants me to eat low carb. And it was funny because she was like, we'll start this on January 1st. And I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know. It was just such a good visit.
Okay, you really are just gonna gloss right over that low carb? Like, we ain't been talking about low carb. Like, we ain't been talking about this. Ma'am. You have shat on keto, you've shat on a low carb diet in general. But girl, you can have your 6 bacons now. Eat your 6 bacons, forget the bananas that you don't like. Eat your 6 bacons.
I am relieved in some areas, but I am sad in others. But I just know that I need to keep pushing forward because I don't want anything bad to happen to me. That's everything that happened at my appointment, and I told you guys I would tell you when I went, and there you go. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Alright, y'all. Judy is here with me. She was here listening in the background, and she is just in agreement that, like, our girl is in denial about her health, and I don't know. I'm just, like, I'm really bummed. Like, I don't know why I use the word bum, but I'm disappointed. She really believes that she's like 100% healthy right after she gets done talking to us about sleep apnea and high blood pressure. Like, no, you're in denial, girl. You're in denial, and you need to do something about it. That's all. I really, really do hope and wish for the best for Amberlynn in 2019. I would love to honestly make some videos in 2019 that are in support of Amberlynn and are celebrating her weight loss. And I know y'all probably think that that makes me fake or not real. Like, y'all thought I was fake because I didn't believe that she was the one striking down people's channels, right? So, you know, you call me fake all you want, but I really do want the best for all people. I don't want people to be unhealthy. I don't want people to be unhappy. And I would like to see her be successful and take care of her health. But at this point, she's not doing a lot about it because she doesn't have health insurance. She refuses to take steps to take care of her own mental health outside of talking about it on YouTube. And she's only listening to parts of what her doctor's saying that, like, make her feel warm and fuzzy inside. You know, here's to you, Amberlynn, in 2019, and here's to all of you who joined me this past year in helping me get my YouTube channel off the ground and have supported me and subscribed to me and all of those things. So thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this journey that I've gone on with you in 2018. If you like my videos and this is your first time watching, please make sure to subscribe to my channel down below and hit the bell notification. Also, leave me some comments and hit the like button, as always. And also, please make sure to follow me on all of my social media down below right here where Judy Lou Who is. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had so much fun today, and I'll see you all in 2019. Bye!